I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
O Magnificente. A morte de Johnny Ringo encerrou o primeiro capítulo da saga vingativa de Silas e o colocou na carreira sangrenta como caçador de recompensas.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder. Why would you be?
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
Legal. Não sei se foi inimigo pra trás, né?
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving, murdering their neighbors. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam.
Não, cara, não.
Plummer wants that asshole dead. Oh, what? I can't hear you.
Dangerous and desperate individuals. I was outnumbered ahead, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was tough. Or had some kind of death wish. Seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere. I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
Ali, né?
But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, But that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way. Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts can be as deep as hell. A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
I'll flank it.
Caminho aqui.
You ain't beefing me. Get out of here. I will drop you down a mine shaft.
O que eu tenho que ir aqui, irmão?
I do not deserve to
Ali
die
mesmo.
like this.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily
eu acho que
bushwhacked.
eu saí do bagulho do reflexo. Né? Acho que nem foi aquilo que me matou, foi outra coisa. Você quer começar um Quick Time Event?
I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to Kingdom Come.
There he is.
With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
É bom
All it
pensar
takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
e bom mesmo.
There he is. You must be about out.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad blasted tube.
Ah, morri mesmo assim. Isso aí rápido.
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane.
Ué,
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder
tá.
way into the
Cara,
mine from the opposite side.
maneiro.
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time.
Olha o que tudo vê. Aponta inimigos fora de seu campo de visão. Veja até mesmo inimigos que estão além de seu campo de visão. Durante a concentração, marcadores na extremidade da tela apontam qualquer inimigo próximo que você não conseguiria ver. Interessante. O que isso me dá? Granadeiro. Encher de bomba, né? Eu prefiro ir no tiro mesmo.
Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes,
Parecer muito maneiro usar
no
granada.
man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith. I was determined not to give up, however. As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Elevador. Que é esse cara? Vamos de escada, né? Estamos aqui. Apesar dele ter falado que homem em escada não consegue desviar de tiro.
I wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus, I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed up already, so what the hell? Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Tem que pular aqui? Não. Caralho. Que isso, eu tô tão fraquinho assim. Ah, tô tacando bomba aqui. Aí é foda também. Eu realmente não sei pra onde tem que ir. Será que foi isso? Eu caí porque eu tava correndo? Acho que é, né? Homem da lei? Fora da lei? Vigarista. Harry Plummer. Ele vai jogar, acho que tá jogando bomba em mim, é?
Well, this day is just getting worse and worse for you.
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna take some doing.
Who said you could throw dynamite? Shut. What are you thinking of doing? Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out! Dynamite!
Cadê ele?
Nice shot! Bet you can't do it again! I can shoot too! Don't toy with him! Just kill him!
caralho.
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
Eu peguei alguma coisa, será? Não.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself. Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Seja rápido, seja morto.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different. I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardin.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres.
O que é isso aqui? Não sei. Ah.
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and...
Arruma esse visual.
Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers and husbands, brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. Freezing my giblets off.
Ain't right, we gotta stay out here keeping watch like this.
Ain't no bird stupid enough.
Damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them wanted as well. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcome presence.
Someone's coming for him!
Stop that son bitch!
Let the boys know we got another round dog.
Can't believe you keep missing. You better hide.
I wondered if Bob was among them.
Pingada, nada de boa. Patrulheiro. Eu vou com essa aqui, arma lendária, né? Ué. Vai. Ah, o outro caminho.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better. Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers.
Executa os inimigos próximos. Aperte e tiro na cabeça sem mirar. Apertar e segurar. Tá, pode ser.
Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration. Watch where you're shooting. I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
Não tem mais alguma, não tô vendo. Essa é bom pra... Acho que vai ser aqui então, né?
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
Sorry, son of a bitch!
In fact, I felt a certain hostility. I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
É o que ele falou a primeira vez que entrou aqui, todo mundo morto, né? Começou a matar os 15. Matou um por roncar. E outros 40 por respirar. John Wesley Harding.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Tentar ser justo agora. Puxa! Vai que demora.
No, wait! He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Ah.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back at a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Okay. Nope.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Grey Wolf.
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Dança com os renegados. Silas Graves perseguiu fora das leis perigosas, como John Weasley Hardin, com a esperança de que o levasse diretamente ao Bryant.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
Há muito tempo, nas montanhas muito distantes.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death. Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Tá, eu tenho que ir lá, né? Vou pelo caminho ou vou pela... Eu tenho que atravessar o rio, né? Então vamos por aqui.
They saw me before I saw them. Crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Ah, morri. Se apertar F e apertar no G.
They saw me before I saw them.
Gente que vê aquele correndo atrás de mim. Tá ali provavelmente, né?
was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there. I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those.
Não sei se compensa muito isso aqui não. É bom, mas gasta muito.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Agora foi bom.
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
Vasculha as cavernas e encontre o lobo cinzento. Ai, 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 ai.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
Ué. Vim dali, ué. Aqui também. Bem iluminado é exagero também, né?
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
Ai.
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Já foi tudo, né? Zoom adicional a mirar. Vamos ver aqui agora nos outros, né? Combate com queima-roupa. Ah, não ligo pra 2 revólver. Gosto desse jeito que eu tô jogando. Vou pegar esse aqui então. Completar aquele ali, né?
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death. I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me. As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Ai meu Deus, que merda. Que merda. Tá gravando ainda? Pensei que era o botão do Windows.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle. I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo is right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens?
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Meu Deus.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who are
Pouco
you
exagerado,
kidding?
né, ele?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them. And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before. I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air. Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
Mira estável. Eu não sei se esse zoom adicional a mirar vai ser positivo, mas eu vou encerrar por aqui, galera. Não sei se encerrou essa parte da história, mas nós finalizamos o capítulo, não conseguimos encontrar o Lobo Cinzento. Se você estiver gostando da série, deixa o like, se inscreve no canal, acompanha aí na descrição, tem a playlist da série. Também assim como você pode se inscrever no canal para acompanhar todos os vídeos. E até o próximo vídeo. Falou!